Hello and welcome. My guest has just had to go for a pee and it's still a mystery. So give us a couple of seconds till he comes back. I'll invite him back in. Let the cat out of the bag, it's a him. So he's just away for a pee. So hopefully he'll be back soon. And we'll just go straight into the chat and I'll say hello to people. Hi Gil, just seen you pop up there. Hi Adele. Hi to my sister Lynn Plale. Hi Arnold. Hi Gil. Hi Aquarium Daily. I said it nearly said Aquarium Delirium there. Hi Sarah. Hi Coro. That's quite a few, 11. Hi Eat with Coral Blush, Heather. Hi Red Laser. Hi Budget Pond Keeper. Have I missed anyone? Hopefully I haven't missed anyone. And my guest comes back from his piece soon. Thank God he turned the mic off, otherwise I mean it sound like a straw horse having a pee. Can you hear us alright? Just let us know in the chat if you can hear us alright, because we were having a bit of trouble with microphones before and I was starting to really panic. So if one of you can just drop it in the comments, let us know you can hear us, that'll be great. And here's my guest. Yeah, you ready? Itch.
Hi
Hello?
there.
Yes. Hi.
How
You left
are
the
you?
mic on there, mind in the toilet.
Did I leave my mic on?
I'm only joking. So in any case, this is
It was number one on it.
this is my mysterious guest, Chris Stubbings
I
from
am
Canada.
mysterious.
He is
Which
mysterious.
one of me are you going to get? I see you got quite a few people here.
Yeah, I've just been through the chat there. There's quite a few, you're right. So, Jeff's obviously still busy with his assessor after his insurance assessor's been there the day.
Yeah.
That's the whole reason why I've got this little slot tonight is because Jeff very kindly let us have it.
We talked long about it, the issues we've been having there. I'm just glad it's all safe.
I think he was planning on having a show with you, wasn't he? Where it was
Yeah, I think we'll actually have our show, next Wednesday at a different time. It'll be 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, which is 11 p.m. for you folks in the UK.
I'll be up watching. I like Jeff's shows. I like Jeff in general. We talk quite a bit.
Well,
Did you catch me?
Yeah, he's a late owl like you.
Yeah, he is, isn't he? Did he catch his show? His little pop-up show. Did you watch that on replay?
That was 4 o'clock in the morning.
I know.
I'd probably been up.
I'd probably been up for a
few at that time, but
he's a proper night owl.
Boy, we got a lot of people here.
Yeah.
We got Andrew and Gordon, that being Red Laser. We got
June's here.
We got Sarah. We got Gil.
Yeah.
There's quite a
few.
Gil's
up early because I think it's about 5 o'clock in Australia at the minute.
Yeah, he'd be getting ready to imagine to go out on the road.
See what happens when you see it's a mystery guest. They'll all start turning off now they realise it's you, Chris.
Yeah, they're all shutting down. You went from like 15 people here to 4
now.
I'm trying to follow you on the laptop, but I keep getting the circle of death.
Yeah, it lags a bit, doesn't it?
Oh, sometimes.
If I keep on looking down, it's because I'm looking at this. I've got an iPad with the.
Yeah, so am I. I'm doing the same.
Yeah.
Because you can't see who's talking. Right?
Keep on dropping in and out. I've asked if he's got any questions for Chris. Just put question before you comment, and then we'll be able to pick it out easier from the chat.
Yeah, I'm just trying to see the chat or get caught up to the chat. So you might have to read out the questions because I am so far.
Yeah, I'll be the host, and you can be the special guest.
Oh boy!
I'll be the Michael Parkinson, and you can be the.
I'm special, all right. Just ask my wife.
So are you retired now, Chris? Are you?
Yeah, I've been retired for, it's coming up 8 years now.
And you
Um,
are
I was
law
a
enforcement.
copper for 30 years. A
Yeah.
lot of in the detective office, working on crimes against children, mainly sexual assaults. So there was a
That's,
little bit of pressure on that
that's
one.
something you don't want to take home every night, I bet.
Uh, no,
It's hard to walk away. I mean, just
it was a tough go, and because they called me in for a lot of the higher profile violent crimes. Uh, it just it was tough.
yeah,
But I'm glad I'm retired. I worked 3 years on a gravel pit after that, and
right.
now I'm just a house husband and loving it. So I do
But,
cooking, cleaning,
yeah,
laundry. I even do windows. I just
even
don't.
doing.
Best job I've ever had.
For people that don't know, Chris is big on ponds as well, aren't you? Your back
I might
garden.
have one or two of that.
Oh, your back garden looks like a wildlife centre. And
Thanks.
when you're actually looking at it in the videos, it looks massive. And you think,
Just a,
wow, it is. But when
just
you
a,
see it from a different perspective and you're looking down, you think, it's just a normal back garden. You've got so
just
much out of that back garden. It's
an
unbelievable.
ordinary sized lot, like 50 feet wide.
Yeah.
It's not deep, but it started out with one round pond
Uh-huh.
many moons ago, and during bouts of dealing with PTSD and anxiety,
Uh-huh.
I got insomnia, and so I'd stay up at night and I'd draw out these ponds, and then in time
Yeah.
I built
It
them,
is.
and they're all built by hand, and everything's hand dug, and there's no machines other than you know
Was there any reason you had to go down to
beer.
6?
What's that?
Any reason you had to go down to 6 foot? Is it
Yeah, it
to
is
try and
now.
keep the temperature?
Yeah, it's just, well, minus 40 can be a little difficult on fish, right?
Yeah.
It's not fun. Now, we don't get a lot of minus 40, but usually
Is
hit it
is
once
that
or twice
Fahrenheit, is
during the
it?
winter. You wouldn't want it.
I'm saying minus 40. I think minus 40 is where it crosses over any case, isn't it? From
Yeah,
centigrade to Fahrenheit. So,
yeah, it's the same at minus 40. They equal out for 1 degree anyways.
yeah, something like that, isn't it? Nah, I think the worst we have up here is you might get an odd minus 10 once every 10 years. Something like that. That's the worst
Uh,
we get in Newcastle.
and that causes major havoc because your house is up
Oh,
north.
it's ridiculous. It's like everyone forgets how to drive in the snow, and you just think, for God's sake.
Their mind.
Uh,
Well, it's pretty much mandatory to have winter tires in a lot of our provinces, right?
yeah.
So if you
Oh,
don't have winter tires, you can be fined.
you can be fined for it. Nah, well, what they done with me when I used to work for the electricity board was to give us a shovel and say, "Get on with it,
Yeah,
get on with it." And if you don't make it, was before we had mobile phones, and if you didn't make it back to the depot, then you know there was something wrong.
a bag of sand and a shovel and say, away you go.
Yeah, there you go.
Hey, I got a question for Red Laser. You going on Saturday? That being to the Canadian Fish Expo.
Is Gord from yours? From your? He must be if he's going.
He's about a 3.5 hour drive from me, but where we're
Right.
going, about 2.5 for me, probably an hour for him.
Oh, Daniel's in the chat as well. Just
Hey,
seen him there.
Daniel. We got only Oscars there too. Oh, good. Sandy's going on the same day as me. Great.
Brilliant.
It'll be the first time I've ever gone to one of those fish expos.
I was thinking about going to where. Well, obviously, when I've got all the new tanks and things like that, so I was thinking about getting involved in. We've got a thing called NETS round ours, where it's the Northeastern Tropical Fish Association. Yep. I was thinking about getting involved in one of them and going to one of the auctions, see what I can pick up.
Yeah, I've never been to a fish auction.
Uh-huh.
It's all something new to me. and I'm gonna go and check it out. And who knows? I may end up buying something, but
Yeah.
I guarantee I have a quarantine
Or,
set up this
or
time.
selling some of your shabumpkins.
It won't be
Yeah.
any Shabumkins. I've got all the Shabumkins I'll ever need or ever want, and plus I just breed my own lineage for those.
Yeah.
It'll be if there's some interesting barbs or some other fish that fit within my water parameters, because I don't think it's over 73 degrees Fahrenheit, which is what, 22 Celsius maybe?
Yeah, something like that.
Pretty close to that anyways.
Is that what you try to do? Is it, Chris, to try to match the fish to your
Water,
house rather than?
uh, I do have some heaters.
Yeah.
They're in the other rooms. Like the room I'm in right now has what, 6, 8, 10, 12 tanks. So that's my main fish room, and then out in the other room I've got another 4, and only 2 of those have heaters, and I still only keep the at about 74 in one tank and 72
Yeah.
in the other. So it's really got to fit my water parameters, and we have really hard water here, so that limits on the species I can have. And
Yeah.
now I'm into putting plants in my tanks.
Yeah.
That pretty well knocks out any of the cichlids.
It is right there.
And it knocks out half the barbs I'd like to get, because
Are them? Do
they're
them not like the plants? Do they not, Bobs?
you get some like rosy barbs, they just devour them. You get any of the large barbs, they'll eat them all. And
What about Odessa Bobs? Because that's the reason why I've got extra tanks is because of Odessa.
Odessas are fine with plants.
Right.
Um,
Brilliant. It's something I should have maybe asked you beforehand then, Chris, because that's the reason why I've got extra tanks, because your Odessa Bobs. I thought, I've got to get some of them.
yeah. Well, wait till you see next week's premiere after
Right.
we do the show with Jeff.
With Jeff.
I did some of my breeding with outdoors, and you'd be surprised with the number of Odessa barbs that I got from outside breeding, and that's with no extra care. Parents are still left out there with them,
Yeah.
and they do eat the eggs and the fry, but yeah.
You get enough out of it.
The rosy barbs did well. Same with the gold barbs.
Uh-huh. What about your tiger bobs? You still got your tiger bobs?
Oh yeah, I've got tigers, rubies, checkers. What else do I got? Some cherry barbs, Aurelius. I've got some filament barbs. Well, I've got some melon barbs that we'll be doing, or my wife just finished the narration coming up for Friday on melon slash red panda barbs species profile. So I've had those for probably 4-5 months that I don't think I've ever shown them before. So
Right. So there's more videos coming our way then.
well, there'll be one out Friday on the melon slash red panda barb, and then next Wednesday after Jeff's and live show, I'll be doing a premiere, and that'll be on the breeding of the barbs. But other than that, not a lot planned. I still have to bring in most of my pumpkins, not the ones that are bred outside.
Yeah.
I got all their fry, and then I've got some of the last year's stock that I've kept for my own breeding process. They're stunning, if I can say so myself. And then I'm gonna bring in the adults. So going back to your build, I'm really impressed with that garage door. Nicely insulated. It's gonna be
honestly,
nice.
the difference in because normally I wouldn't be able to sit in the garage with a t-shirt on. I'd be like that in the summer. because the draft just goes straight through.
Really? In the summer it's cold.
Oh, in the garage, yeah.
Geez, mine is like a sauna.
Oh, it's because it's got like a carport, so it's normally about 5 or 6 difference to like your normal temperature in the house.
Yeah.
So it has made a big difference.
So how are you going to heat it in the winter?
In the winter, I'm thinking of way. My boiler's just in the corner over there for the hot water.
Yeah.
Thinking about putting another radiator in just in here for that.
Okay.
But just to get us over this winter, I may just go for a couple of electric heaters just to keep us going get us over this winter till I get. Obviously, you've seen the state of my garage past where the builders, it's a builder site. So I'm just going to work my way around, sending it all down in. And then once I get over towards the boiler, I'll make a room for a big panel heater by a radiator thing in. Just link it in.
I see we have some new people in the chat.
Oh,
You
I
better
know
meet
lad I
them.
work with just turned up called Big K. I'm
We got
very
Fish and
very
Ed
surprised.
Only Oscars is here. We got a real nice guy being Arnold, King's Aquarium in Ant World.
Yeah.
And Big K.
He's a real genuine lad as well, isn't he? I really do like Arnold. He'll do anything to help anyone out.
Uh-oh, we have a warning here. That would be a Vince warning. That's from Vince from Twisted Koi.
Yeah.
Great lad.
I think I found Vince through your channel.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
I do.
Yeah, you keep you in stitches.
Yeah.
Just don't let him sing to you, for God's sake. It's not good.
Yeah, he's not bad, is he?
Not good. It's not good. I tell you that.
So when your last video come out about the wave maker, the review for the wave maker, I noticed how beautiful your tank was with all the plants.
Yeah, it's just a lot of stem plants in there. There's a couple sorts.
Yeah.
And I just wanted a little bit more movement in that tank, and I think that provides it enough. In fact, I think it's a little bit too strong for that tank, so I'll probably end up moving it to one of my 100 or 125 gallon tanks.
Yeah.
Now, behind me, I've got lots of movement in this one, so I don't think
it's really what you were saying, though, isn't it? It's about the fish love that little bit of exercise and fighting the current. They love it.
That's the case. I better go in front of one.
It's like a treadmill for fish.
Treadmill for fish. Yeah, well, people forget that a lot of the fish that we have in our fish tanks are from streams and rivers, and they're used to current.
Yeah.
And they like current, and they play in it. They need it, and they thrive in it.
There's nothing worse than seeing a fish out of its own habitat, like watching like hillstream loaches and things like that in a pond, in a stagnant pond sort of thing, isn't it? In the house. It's giving that little bit of flow, and they'd love it.
You get to see some of the fish that you see in some of the aquarium shops.
Yeah.
And they're in a bare bottom tank.
Yeah.
With nothing in it other than maybe a bubbler, and you're going, ugh. And if that isn't, then I don't know what is.
Exactly.
I mean, if you can make them feel like they're in their own habitat, natural setting, I find they don't, they're not going to get sick as much. They're going to live longer, and heck, they may even breed for you.
Oh, definitely. I mean, I've got plecos in one of my tanks upstairs, and I deliberately didn't put like a pleco cave in, hoping they wouldn't breed. But they found a little hole in the tree, in the little stump, and they're at it all the time.
I've never had a pleco breed for me, like a bristle nose. I did find one when I was just cleaning here the other day, and I guess it decided to leave my aquarium and go down about 5 feet, and I went, oh, geez, this is drier than a pine cone.
Yeah.
I've never heard of one jumping out before.
No, I've not.
Because most of my tanks, I shouldn't say most, about half of them I don't cover. And others I leave a good gap. There's only certain fish I worry about for jumping, like Odessas are for jumping. But
Yeah, well,
These
they're
guys.
built, they're built for speed, aren't they, really?
Yeah, but most fish, they get pretty calm in there.
Yeah,
This one, where I put the water agitator wave maker,
yeah.
have that covered at all, and really no problems there.
And it's good for clearing the detritus off the bottom, isn't it? And pushing it all over to your filter and letting the filter actually do its
Yeah,
work.
I think, it helps.
Yeah,
But, everyone's got their own setups and designs.
yeah. I mean,
Uh,
you could probably get away with just a sponge filter and a wave maker, really.
yeah,
Yeah.
guess you could. You got a question here. How's your baby angels doing?
What was the question?
How are your baby angels doing?
Oh, I've got two left. I probably had about 9 to start with, but most of them went within the first week. But I've got two that are more like proper koi angels, where the angels that I got were koi, but they didn't have much pattern in them. I think that's why they had been sold at the pet shop.
Yeah,
But the two babies have got a lot of black colour in them, like proper kois.
yeah.
So, but they're doing really well, the two of them. So one of these tanks down here eventually is going to have, because I've got 3 big tanks. One of them's going to be a new home for the angelfish for them, and then the angelfish from the top are getting a new home in the bottom one upstairs.
That's one fish I've never kept. I've always wanted to.
To
Um,
be quite, when people say that aggressive and things like that, they are, but it's not like major aggression. They do joust and have a bit orgy bargy. I've got a pair in the tank upstairs, and I've also
with
got
each
two.
other, but generally not with other species, though. They're just
Oh nah,
like,
they, they'll
like
chase they'll chase the cardinals now and again just when they fancy breeding and stuff like that. And the other two males will always have like a bit. It's a bit like watching stags in a field. The two males are headbutting each other while the other two's off
well,
having
barbs
one.
are pretty much the same. Like tiger barbs, they really get it
Yeah,
back. They're. I'll put this as polite as I can. They're real arseholes to each other, but other
yeah,
fish are fine with. And as long as you keep barbs, especially in a proper
yeah.
size school, you won't have a problem. Like the tank that I'm looking at right now, just to prove that point, I put long fin shabumpkin goldfish
Uh
in
huh.
with rosy barbs, and
Yeah.
they're fine. They just have a competition who can eat the plants first.
Hope we need to plant first. Just to answer that, Arnold, I'm feeding them. The little pots of baby brain shrimp that you get. Just because I've only got two, so it's pointless going down the live baby brain for two angelfish fry. So that's what I'm using this time. But hopefully later on I'll be getting more fry, so I'll be going the live baby brain when that happens.
Well, I can imagine Gillen has had some real nasty angels, being he has to drive them for like 7 bloody hours to get them from the pet shop
To
to
get
his.
them, to get them on. Oh,
Yeah, I'd be pissed off too. And Daniel, go play Chris like a sledgehammer. Well, yeah, that's pretty much me.
yeah.
Straightforward. Hey, look who's here. It's Double Trouble herself. The one, the only Dee Dee's Fish Den. You gotta love her. She'll make you laugh. And she's got a warped sense of humor. So if you haven't subscribed to some of these people here, make sure what you do is watch one of their videos, whether it's a
Yeah.
short or something. Let them know you subscribe to them. Leave
Yeah.
them, because otherwise, no one knows who
Otherwise, they don't
subscribes to
know.
who.
Yeah. And I think sometimes YouTube's quick to pick up on that and just say, "Oh, you just like for liking here and
Yeah,
deleting it behind your back," sort of thing, aren't they?
they will. Anytime you ever sub, they'll
Yeah.
they'll cancel it out. You'll still stay subscribed. You just won't get any credit for it.
Yeah.
But unless you watch some of the video, leave them a message saying, "Hey, I
Yeah.
watched
And
the video. I subscribe. Thanks.
yeah.
We'll keep in touch." And then you do the same for the other guy in return.
Yeah. Definitely. That's how you. I mean, that's how I first met you. Was in Jeff's.
Yep.
I think it was you and Tora on Jeff's live stream when I had first joined, and I'd asked a question
Yep.
because Jeff and me's both got the same kind of pH trouble where we've got low KH, GH is quite normal.
Yep.
And I'd asked a question, and what does he do? But obviously he was in full flow of his thingy, and Tora was trying to keep on answer it and keep on bringing it into the. But I think from that live stream, I met you and Tora, and like you say, all you have to do is like, subscribe,
Yeah.
watch some of the video. You will like it. If it's
Hey,
part of your genre, you're going to like it, sort of thing.
you
There,
might
there
even
will be
meet a good
videos,
friend out of that too.
yeah. There will be videos when you're watching, you think, oh God, I can't watch it anymore. But, you know,
You get, a good guy like Daniel or even Vince. Vince
that
is
that uh, that Gil, I
Daniel.
cannot watch none of his stuff. I hate his stuff.
Well, like I said, Daniel,
No,
he can make
that,
anything sound
he was
interesting.
one of the
He should be a
actually
professional
found.
storyteller.
Sorry. Yeah, sorry, go on. I was talking there over the top of you. Sorry.
It's all right. I'm just saying Daniel could be a professional storyteller. He's just
Yeah,
a good guy, and Vince, he's just Vince, and he's twisted, and like I said, just don't let him sing.
yeah. I think I found Gil before I found all the community. To be quite honest, because
Well,
when I first
I did a
when I
shout out
first
for Gil, and I saw that huge tank he's got in his living room,
yeah,
the built-in the
the
wall,
built in the wall one.
then wall bar one, looked like a 10-gallon. It's
Yeah,
just massive, and he's got all these beautiful South American cichlids. And what amazed me is how he put in the hardscape or the driftwood, and how
yeah,
he tamped it to the back of his aquarium, and it's just, wow, that's impressive. And then how he was able to keep his tanks going with minimal water changes, because
yeah.
basically where
He's
he is, water's
yeah,
hard to come by, and
uh-huh,
you know
definitely. It's all like up a big water pot, isn't it?
yeah.
I first found Gil was when I first went down this rabbit hole of fish keeping. I found was it Dr. Kevin Novak with these MCB baskets with kitty
Yep.
litter and stuff like that. And then it led us on to Gil's because Gil was doing something the same when he had started doing his sump, doing the BCB baskets. And then I'd subscribed from then. I thought, oh God, he's so funny, him. Like, just a little,
Oh,
he's definitely got my sense of humor where he just adds little bits into the
yeah, he's
video.
funny. His comments are funny.
Yeah.
He's
See,
just a good
that's
guy.
what he just done when he was stripping off to go diving in the tank.
Except for he's got a man crush on Colin on the aquatics,
Hmm.
which is okay. I'm not
Yeah.
knocking him. I'm just jealous. Who else we got going on here?
Got 20 in the chat. I'm very
Yeah, we
surprised
got
at that.
Eve with Coral Blush. Send me a message there, and I'll hook you up and subscribe, because I don't think we have any moderators going right now. But
Yeah.
Eve with a Coral Brush, leave me a message, and
What I shall do is I should.
subscribe.
How do you do the two things? I'll try and get some moderators going.
Yeah, and we got the Zen Ginger here. That's very kind of you. And we got Adele, as usual. She's always a great supporter of everyone. You got to love those people.
Right.
And we've got Andrew from Aquarium Daily. I did a shout out for him a long time ago. He's still got his ponds. He's got his angelfish, and of course he's got goldfish, which drew me to him to begin with.
Right. I'm just adding a couple of them as moderators now.
Dee Dee, you crack me up.
I should have maybe done this beforehand, shouldn't I?
He's the best.
Right. Hopefully, we'll start to see some blue badges coming on, blue spanners. Oh, Aquarium Daily, I'll have to make you a moderator. Otherwise, you'll have a huff with us. Daniel, I've made you one.
Hey, make sure you say hello to Lynn there.
That's my sister, Lynn. That's
When
my
you're not,
sister.
you don't need moderators when you're not getting trolled. Well,
My brother was in before, Andy Douglas. She was in before, asking if you wanted us to walk me fish when I went on holiday.
you didn't get a dick pic, did you? Uh-oh. All in good fun. We all know who was sending those anyways. With Andrew. He's the one that's fancy with the computer, not me.
Oh, it's a bit embarrassing. He's older than me and he knows more about computers. I had to get that in there that he's older than me as well.
I'm probably older than all of you.
Yeah.
I'm damn near ancient.
So how did you first get into fish keeping, Chris?
Actually, my uncle got me into it when I was probably about 5 or 6, and he got my brother into it. We each had, your typical steel framed glass tank with 10 or 15 gallons. They were had those old filters that you put like the angel hair in it and charcoal and hooked up to an air pump.
Yeah.
And you went to the pet shop and just bought anything and everything and jammed them in there and figured this will work. Just see what died the next day.
Yeah.
Because you depended on them way back then.
You wouldn't have known.
There's no internet, and the public library had like 3 books.
I mean,
that were like outdated, and okay, so you relied on what fish is good with that, or what was the shiniest fish that caught your attention, right? And we all bought fish that we shouldn't have bought, had no business trying to start off with, and watch them slowly die.
Slowly die, you're right.
And then I just started hanging around some people that knew what they were talking about. You learn from them, and you go on, and I think we all leave the hobby at one point, for a while, and then come back to it. And then I went through that phase of, having the monster fish, the Oscars. I really liked them, but the Oscars would always smash the heaters and then fry themselves and or me, and we had the piranhas for a while, and they were interesting to watch for a while, but I got bored of them and moved on. Then, life happens, and slowly you get back into it. Now that I'm retired, winter time, I've got, I don't know if I have time. I think I'm busier now than I ever was, with the grandkids and whatnot. But, it's a great spot to hide out. You're not in front of the idiot box.
Yeah, definitely.
Unless it's hockey season, at that point, I'll
is
be in front of
the yellow hockey?
Well, in my world, it is. I can tell you that the preseason starts in another week or so, and then the regular season starts. So it'll be like 3 games a week watching.
Yeah. My daughter's friend, her stepdad is a hockey player from Canada. I come across the league. Obviously, they play in the leagues over here when it was done up, like the Weekly Bay Warriors and stuff like that.
Sorry, what was the name?
He's called Derek. I'm not too sure of his second name. I'll find out for you and I'll post it. But he's been here for a few years now, I think.
Yeah,
I've only met him twice.
Guy from the UK that I ever knew that played in the National Hockey League. That would be Steve Thomas. They
Oh,
call
he's
him
actually this lad from Canada, but he's come over here to try and make it in. Yeah, you know,
okay, your
a bit
league.
like our old soccer players going over to America
Yeah.
to retire, sort of stuff. I think.
Well, unless they're coming over here to play soccer, or I guess you would call it.
There's a question there from my friend that I used to work with, Big K. Yes, you can get auto feeders, and they'll probably be better than getting them blocks of stuff that you put in that just feed that dissolves. Do you ever tried them, Chris? Do you know the blocks where you go on holiday and you put that big block of chalk in and it dissolves and lets food out every now and again? You ever tried them?
No, I've had those ones where, yeah, if you're going away, that you stick to a tank.
Yeah.
But those were back in the 80s and 90s.
Yeah, you still see them in the fish shop. I
I
think
don't
I would
know.
rather just rely on a good friend coming.
Yeah, it's kind of like an old TV dinner. Like, I don't know.
Yeah. I tend to just see
I don't
my
know that I
friend
can do that to my
come
fish.
once every 3 days and I'll make sure he hasn't overfed them if he's just doing it once every 3 days.
Yeah, I like my fish. I wouldn't do that to them. Who else we got going here? Andy. You don't know Andy. And I'd like to see the Zen Ginger.
Hey, Mandy.
I can't tell how many people we got going there now.
Jack's here from GT Keeping Fish. Hi, Jack.
Oh.
See how I got your name right that time? I made a mistake in one of his live streams and I called him, I think it was, someone had mentioned some name that sounded Dutch and he sounded Dutch. So I'd call him, it was something like Jericho or something like that, some Dutch name. And then it got right to the end of the live stream and he says, my name's Jack. I went, all right, sorry.
Well,
Why you not pull us up earlier? But how polite just leave right at the end and say, by the way, my name's Jack.
yeah, for all that just joined us or what, Jeff couldn't make it today, and Mel has graciously stepped in for him and continued his show. What I gather from Jeff is, well, it's because of his insurance claim and
Yeah.
he couldn't do it. But next week he'll be coming on Wednesday. But it's going to be later. It's going to be 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, which is 11 p.m. in the UK.
11, so that should be about 8 o'clock in the morning for Australia as well. So that's...
And then after that, I'm going to release a premiere on breeding fish outside, that being the barbs. If anyone's so interested. I see a few new people here as well. Make sure you share your information back and forth with each other and to each other. Just remember to be kind, watch some of the person's video, even a message that you subscribe. Because, we all want to grow our channels if we can.
Yeah, definitely. That's what it's about. It's all about the community, isn't it?
Yeah. So, Jack, from Keeping Fish, what do you have in your tanks?
Have you? Oh, you'll have to subscribe to him. He's big.
I'm not going to.
He's quite a big breeder of
later, and I'm going to subscribe.
Discus and angelfish is the ones mainly.
I love discus. Just not rich enough to have them.
Yeah. You're not rich enough to have the heaters on that high.
They are stunning fish, though.
Oh, beautiful, aren't they?
Oh. And they're graceful, too.
Arnold's just put his latest video in there so for a link if anyone wants to flip across and have a look at it. Yeah, baby discus.
I see
He's
looking
also
at this,
got a
Jack is an old timer, so.
Jack's also got a little bit of a side hustle with tropical plants
Oh
that he
yeah.
sells them on.
Oh, he's the guy you want to talk to, right?
Oh, definitely.
Wow, 25 tanks. Wow, that's impressive.
Yeah. He's
Great.
just a young lad as well. He's only,
Yeah, I just saw that. Just popped up on one of my videos, and I went,
he's
wow.
definitely under 20. Looking at his face, he's definitely under 20.
I've got shoes that are older than him.
I don't want to tell you, but I've got a pair of shoes that's 36-year-old. I bought them back when I was a teen, and I've still got them upstairs. And the wife
I,
keeps on saying to us, I keep on saying, should I hide them out? And she's, no, keep them, keep them, keep them.
I've got a black pair of shoes that were my grandfather's that I wear with my dress uniform, with police uniform, because they were
Yeah,
way better than the police shoe, and you can
yeah,
really polish on them because they were real leather.
yeah.
So I keep those just for the dress uniform only.
Yeah.
Not that I want to put that on because that's usually a bad sign. Who else is? So going back to Dee Dee, she's been
Uh-huh.
putting a lot of short videos out on her little outdoor ponds. Kind of hoping she does a longer video because she's got some really nice plants out in her ponds, and want to see what kind of fish she had in there going. So there's a hint there, Dee Dee.
So you got any plans for the winter?
Yeah, stay warm.
Stay warm. Buy a
Well,
hat.
it all depends. See, my son, who's with the military here, right?
Yeah.
He's a medic, and he's going to have to go over to Latvia for 6 months come December. So we'll be trying to help out, looking after the kids.
Yeah.
Uh, he lives off of about 3 hours away from us, so we'll take the kids when we can, and try to help out because with him gone for 6 months, it'll be tough on the kids.
Yeah. The top.
So we'll try to help out. So that's our plans.
Yeah.
Uh,
You got many grandkids, Chris?
just two.
Two.
Uh,
Jackson, isn't it? And
yeah, love it. I've got a daughter out west, and my wife had just come back from visiting for a week where they went out there and had a good time. Saw Rod Stewart for the umpteenth thousandth time.
oh.
How about you? What do you got planned for this winter?
Hopefully getting this finished. It's
You'll be
taking me
finished that
time.
soon.
I'm going to just take my time and do it slowly and enjoy it rather
I
than.
see what you're doing, that stain and everything else
Yeah.
you're doing. It's just, generally,
Hopefully.
when you have to build these racks for the tanks, it's in a mad rush to get it done. And
Yeah.
maybe next year when I empty it out again, I'll stain it up. It's just, there's nothing great. It's just fine spruce.
So when you're watching YouTube, Chris, is any rabbit holes you go down apart from fish related? Is any that you like watching?
There, well, I definitely have my favorites.
Yeah.
And there's some that I feel rotten when I miss, but they'll send me notifications because you can't really depend on YouTube to send you the notifications.
Yeah, you're right. It seems to have
And
its mind of its own, doesn't it?
yeah, especially when it comes to short videos.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could have every notification set in the world, and you still don't get notified when they get out. So
Well, that's Sarah away.
Sarah, are you Sarah? I hope you enjoyed it.
Is there any Christmas films you like to watch, Chris?
Christmas films?
Yeah, just to get to know
Uh,
you a bit about yourself. Favorite
I
Christmas film?
there's a couple I like. I like Scrooged.
Yeah, I like
Those
Scrooge.
with Bill Murray.
Yeah.
Um, there's a couple ones I like, but I'm not a great Christmas movie buff.
What about kids' films when the grandbands are over? Is any film that you love to sit down and watch with the kids?
No,
No,
there's not,
there's not, is there?
because it's uh, the same one nonstop. Like, oh my god, another episode of Paw Patrol.
Paw Patrol.
I get to see those in my nightmares.
Yeah,
All the Oscars, you are so right. That one, he did a great job on that one.
he was good.
It's a Wonderful Life actually is a good movie, Lynn.
Oh,
It's a sentimental one, but you know what? It's actually a good one. When are we going to update on my grandson's tank? I meant to do a video the last time I was there.
yeah.
He did have a few barbs that just didn't work out. So now he's got some shabumpkins. I don't know where he would get some
Yeah.
from,
Did
but
you get good quality?
he loves them. He talks to them daily. They're doing great.
Did you sell many to the fish
Yeah.
shop?
Well, I sold a bunch to the local fish store, and
Yeah.
then get a lot of emails from people that want to buy them, and I have to turn most of them away because they're either in the States or on the other coast of like way far,
Yeah.
where it just wouldn't be worth shipping it to them, for them or for me.
Yeah.
Uh, so there's people that are like 45 minutes to an hour. They'll drive here and they'll buy up a bunch, and then I sold a bunch to a big distributor, being Vandermeer's, in Ajax, which a big, huge garden center that has a huge, huge coin nursery. It's probably the biggest in Canada. So they take my pumpkins every year and whatever I have left, and then they'll keep them, rear them up, and then they'll sell them. So what I'll do is I'll get a trade for them. I don't get an
Yeah.
actual figure. I'll get a good trade and I'll get supplies that. So it works out for both of us. I like it. I try not to buy any of their coin.
That's the thing when I'm watching Twisted Koi, and he knows all the names of everyone, doesn't he?
Oh
And
yeah, he knows his stuff.
his knowledge on them is unbelievable.
Hey, this is one of my favorite new channels that I just love getting the notifications from.
Yeah.
Really interesting stuff. That's Patty's Aquatic.
Yes.
If
Yeah.
you guys haven't already checked them out,
Yeah.
check them out. Straight
Someone,
shooter.
if one of the
He's got some
moderators
great
can,
ideas, and he's entertaining. So
if one of the moderators can put a link in for us, that would be really.
yeah, someone
Well,
put some Patties. I appreciate that. Again, great guy, great content.
all
You
right.
know,
And
people put out videos for the sake of putting out a video. And,
is he on Lake Michigan, around the edges of Lake Michigan? I think one of the Great Lakes because he was out picking up driftwood, wasn't he?
yeah, I think he's in Wisconsin actually.
Wisconsin, is it?
Wisconsin, yeah. I could be wrong. Um, Obviously, I've never been there. I've been to the state, but I've never been to this place.
Yeah, dead friendly lad. He comments a lot on my videos, not commenting a lot on his, even his shorts. It's
There's
yeah.
someone I haven't seen in a while. There is Fishion.
Fish John, I Fish John.
So I'll make sure they put his link up as well.
Yeah. Arnold, are you on it? Thank you.
Thank you. There's some really great channels that are coming to this chat. So anyone who's not going back and checking some of these out,
Yeah.
they're making a mistake, I think. You know, great content. And, I wouldn't tell you if they weren't. Hey, Adam, how are you
Hi,
doing?
Adam. All right.
Another old guy, it looks like. We need more people with the hair club for men.
Yeah, I know. Because we're going to end up looking like half a dozen eggs sitting here.
Is it too much glare there?
Yeah. bowling for bowling for goldfish.
Yeah. Oh, well. I don't have to worry about how my hair it looks in the morning.
Yeah, that's a good thing about it. You just shake your head like that and it's done.
A little cloth. And
Yeah.
it
in the
needs to
Homer
powder our noggins. Nice,
the
nice.
Homer Simpson bowling ball polisher. Zzz. Ding.
Yeah, get out in the sun and should really be shining.
Yeah.
I haven't shaved mine in the past few days, so I need a good little
Bit
clip
of
in here.
trouble.
Because I usually just
Trouble.
take the clippers to it, and then maybe
Yeah.
once every month and a half I'll actually shave it. Otherwise,
I've
I'll just
got one of them skull shaver things where you go over it, but you just keep on forgetting. And then it gets it a little bit too long, and then you've got to go with the clippers before you do it.
only Oscars, the shiners, not the shiny, but the shiners.
Uh,
I don't think they'd make a movie with this.
nah.
The shiners. Oh, thanks, Dee Dee. You weren't going to mention that, eh? Nice, nice. Just like a. Never mind.
Oh man, he's 45 in less than 2 months.
45. Oh
Wow.
boy, that was like 15 years ago.
Was it that long for you, Chris? Was it?
Yeah.
Ah, I thought you had retired early.
No. I did my full 30-year service
Wow.
and some. Yeah. Don't let these pretty face throw you off here.
Do you
This
miss work or do you
hell
miss?
no. I miss
Oh,
the people. I miss
miss
the
the people.
people. I miss some of the people.
Getting back to what you were saying before.
Yeah, I miss the coppers and
Yeah.
the people I worked with, and but the way the society is now, I don't miss. Like
Yeah.
when you used to catch somebody, doing something wrong, you you put them in the back of the car, drive them home, hand them over to the parents and say, look, little Johnny's out here at 2 o'clock in the morning, shouldn't be,
Yeah.
and fell into a bottle of whiskey.
Yeah.
And the parents say, I got this. Thank you. I appreciate you bringing them home. And the problem was solved.
Yeah.
And then time I was about ready to retire, you bring Johnny home, who would have called you everything under the sun,
Yeah.
and you bring him home, and then you get, why are you picking on my kid? You give him his rights. You do this. You do that. Geez, I can't imagine why your kid's an asshole.
Yeah.
Asshole. Hey, can you say asshole on this?
Yeah.
I think I just
Can.
did.
Jeff just turned up.
Uh-oh. There's trouble right there. I hope you made out okay there, Jeff.
Hope he's in the money for
Look
them
out.
repairs.
I guess we'll all be looking for our new gifts if he's into the money.
Yeah.
Well, Jeff, if you want to jump in and take over, this guy, believe it or not, has to go pee.
Yeah, if you want to jump in, Jeff, you're more than welcome. And then you can tell we're a bit about your live stream. And before you go, I've got to do something for him because he was wanting it. He pulled us this morning. Well, on his live stream, he was on about Creek's catfish, and he done his impression of Creek's catfish. He says,
Yep.
"Oh, Matt will do better on the night." So I feel like obliged. I have to do it before you go. It's, "Hi, aquarium delirium. How are you?" So that's my impression of Creek's catfish.
Sweetly. Hey, Mo. Hey, Larry. Hiya, Toots.
No, that is good. Right. It's been lovely having you, Chris.
Thanks, guys. See you
Right.
real soon. Bye
Lovely.
now.
I'll speak to you later. Well, Jeff, would you like to come on? If you don't, I can wrap it up. It's entirely up to you. I'll give it a couple of seconds, then I'll wrap it up, and we'll leave it at that if you don't. Thanks for everyone for joining us. The friends that's right, you had family coming as well. So we'll just wrap it up there, and we'll say thanks for joining us. Thanks, Chris, for being a fantastic guest, for my first ever guest. You kept the show going where I was struggling a little bit. So thank you very much, and until next time, ta-ra!
Phew, thank God I didn't break the internet. You were great, the guest was tremendous. I was just scraping through, but thanks for watching. Now hit that like button to tip your waiter.